a few processes, that is final processes. Harvesting, when once the crop has grown,
Ma'am,
and once the
little bit.
crop is matured, we say harvest. Once the crop is matured enough, farmers will harvest the crop. It's nothing but removing the products from the plant, removing the useful product. Yes, good morning, Kasturi. Removing the useful product from the crop is called harvesting. Okay, it may be in the form of grains or pulses. Okay, so what are the harvesting products? It may be grains. Okay, it may be pulses. Okay, it may be vegetables. It may be fruits. Okay, so fruit, no, we have fruit trees for that, but tomatoes, no, they are annuals, no, they also need to be harvested. Okay, yes, so these are the few products which usually, no, they will um, harvest grains and pulses on large scale. Okay, so while harvesting, no, few farmers, when they have small scale field, no, they used to do it manually. Okay, so as we saw last time, they used to have the implement a sickle. Okay, they use a sickle to harvest, to cut the crop. Okay, they don't use to cut the whole. They don't uproot the plant as such. They will only cut the useful product. Okay, sometimes they used to uproot it as such, and they used to remove the grain by beating it, threshing like that. Clear? Yes, Caleb, good morning. Okay, so these are manually they do it by cutting the product. But and if the field is of large scale, they used to have a machine called combine. They used to have a machine called combine. Okay, so in combine, both harvesting as well as threshing. Okay, harvesting and threshing, no, both this process will happen simultaneously. Okay, it is a big machine. The machine used to cut the crop and remove the product from the crop. Clear? So that's what we say, harvesting and threshing. It is called as combine. If the field is of large scale, okay, they cannot do it manually. It takes many days. So they used to have this machine called combine. Clear? Then now combine, they have threshed the grains. Okay, so once it is threshed, no, we cannot sell it or store it as such. Okay, once it is harvested and threshed, no, we cannot do it as such. We have to still more do cleaning. Okay, we have to clean the harvested crop, harvested grains. Okay, then only the merchants will buy it. Okay, the buyers will buy. Okay, they will test it for quality. So what should they have to do? That is, we call it as winnowing. Winnowing, winnowing is done for cereals and pulses alone. They used to remove small husk. Okay, husk. That is the unwanted thing that comes attached with the grains or pulses. No, they used to remove. They used to winnow it. I think you have seen it. They'll have big plate-like structures. No, they'll have that grains. They used to do like this. Okay, when they do, no, the husk is not is very lightweight. Okay, the husk and other waste materials, no, they will carry by the wind, and only the heavy grains will drop down. They used to do like this. Okay, when they do, no, the all that light materials, no, they will be carried by the wind, and only the grains and pulses will fall to the ground. Okay, then they will store it for selling, or they use for storing. Clear? This is what we say. All together, harvesting, threshing and winnowing, all this process continues one after the other. Now the product is cleaned. Now what they will do? They will the buyers will directly come to that point and they will buy it. Okay, otherwise they will use it for future use. We call it as storage. Okay, so when they want to store it, no, they have one more process. That is, they used to dry it. they carry on. They used to dry the product, harvested product, because when the crop is harvested, no cereals or pulses, no, some amount of moisture will be there. Some amount of moisture will be there. Okay, if we store it along with the moisture, no, there will be fungal attack. Okay, the fungus will grow very well in moisture, so the fungus will destroy the whole product. Clear? So in order to remove that moisture, okay, they will dry it they dry it. For drying, no, they dry in the sunlight. Otherwise, they have some special thing, that is they apply heat. Okay, they apply heat air. When they apply heat air, no, the heat air will absorb the moisture from the grains, and the grains will be free of moisture. Moreover, if there is any microorganism also, the dry air will kill the microorganism. Now, the harvested product is free of fungus or any other microorganism and moisture, so that it can be stored for a very long time. Clear? So when they have to store it, they used to dry it in direct sunlight. Otherwise, they will send hot air. Clear? Sometimes, no, they say they send some chemicals also. They fumigate. They send some chemicals also, so that even bacteria or any fungal viral attack will be prevented. Clear? Okay. Got it, children? Okay. Now, how they store it? See, if you want to store anything at home, what we used to do, we buy only in a small amount. No, we have some containers for storage. We have some airtight containers. We have some airtight containers for storage. Okay, so why we say airtight containers? Because air has lot of microorganism. Okay, when it enters into the container, it will destroy the content. Clear? So we have to use airtight containers, so that any small insects also cannot get into it. Clear? So likewise, at home, we use small airtight containers. But the farmers or the buyers know, when they want to store it, tons of cereals, tons of pulses, where they will store it. I think you have seen that storage structure. See, a big, they'll have this thing in the ground. Okay, godowns. Okay, some flat part will be there, and the flat part will have one cylinder-like structure like this. Okay, cylinder-like structure. Then the top will be having one big plate-like structure to cover it, and small opening that is also very airtight. Okay, they will open it and pour all the grains or cereals. Here, no, they have a small opening down. When they want the grains, no, they will open this small gate. The grains will come out. Again, they will close it. Okay, so from the top part only they will put the grains. From the bottom part, they will remove the grains. Okay, they will have this in godowns. We call it as granaries. Okay, but I've seen in villages also, in a big that is in farmer's house, they will have some structures like this, but see, this is made up of some metal, aluminium metal. Okay, but in villages, no, they will have in wood. Have you seen that wooden like this will be? Okay, the bottom will be of like this cement material, or it is also made up of wood only. A small opening will be there. Okay, they will open this and put the paddy or any other grain. If they want to take it, they will take it from here. It is made up of wood. Okay, but in industries, no, in that buyers, no, they will use the granaries made up of aluminium alloy-like structure, because nothing can get into it. Clear? This is used for storage. Moreover, that storage, no, they have some precautionary things. They have some hot. They can send a hot air through it. Okay, a rat and the other pests cannot enter into it. Clear, children? So we say godowns. big storage structures. We say godowns. Okay, got it, children? Now we started from plowing the land. Okay, then we saw about leveling. We started from plowing, isn't it? We started from plowing, then we had leveling, then we had sowing, then we had manuring. Okay, then we had manuring, then applying irrigation, supplying water. Okay, once we supply water, the crops will grow very well. Then weeding and adding that is pesticides will be removed. Okay, then we went for harvesting. And finally we went for storage. These are the agricultural practices what the farmers follow. So we think very easily. We go to the shop and buy the grains, pulses, everything very easily. We give money and buy it. But there is lot of hardships behind the production. Okay, so farmers have to undergo every step. They have to face many risks. Okay, to bring that crop, bring that food to our plate. It's not so easy to bring the food to our plate. Okay, the farmers have to undergo many hardships, has to face many risks in each and every step. Okay, so don't waste the food. Don't waste even a single grain. Okay, so there are a lot of risk behind it. Production. Clear? Got it, children? I think you followed all the practices. Any doubts regarding this? Any doubts? Any doubts regarding these practices? Everyone? Okay. Yes. Now, children, I want to put you one question. See, that is in 1950s and 60s, no? 1950s and 60s, even in 70s, no? The population of our country was somewhat moderate only. Okay, the population of country was somewhat moderate. But now, no, the population of our country is very high. I think it stands second, and very soon you come to the first place. Okay, pushing China to the second place. So, to meet such a large population, okay, we need to produce more grains. Okay, we need to produce more grains. So, production should be high. Clear? Otherwise, we have to face some thing. The grains will not be sufficient enough to feed all the population. Okay, so the prices will go very high. Okay, so in order to control the price, in order to give the food to everybody, every citizen, no, the production should be very high. Okay, so what methods can we follow to give more production? No, don't see the book. Give your own ideas. What can be done to increase the production? Come on. What can be done to increase the production of the crops? No idea? Give your ideas. I said, don't see the book. Give your own ideas. Caleb, to increase the production, what methods can we follow? Any ideas, children? How can we increase the production? Yes, very good. We can reduce houses. How, Arjun? No idea, Pugalanti. So Trinity has given a very good point. We can add more manure so that the crops will grow very well. Value of seeds are reduced. If you reduce the seed value, how the seed will give more yield? Sowing more seeds. Okay. So children, we have few methods. the agriculturists follow few methods to increase the production. Okay, that is, yes, Caleb. I think you're trying to say reducing artificial fertilizers. Very good, Arjun. Okay. Okay. So they are, as Arjun said, no, they are trying to produce more valuable, that is the fertilizers and manure, which has more nutrients. Increase the farmers. Okay. That is, I think you mean to say bring more land under cultivation. Okay. We can, yes, we can bring more land under cultivation. Okay. You can use more good quality seeds. Good quality seeds can be used so that the production will be high. We can follow, that is, as Trinity and Arjun said, you can increase the that is fertility of the soil can be increased by adding more valuable nutrient rich manure or fertilizer. Okay, we can check the growth of weeds and pests. Okay, but one more method is there, children, that is they follow hybridization. They follow hybridization. So what is this hybridization? It is, you will learn this in detail in higher classes, but you know what is the technique alone. Okay, what is hybridization? Now I have a mango tree at home. Okay, I have a mango tree at home. That tree produces big fruit. Okay, I have a mango tree. It produces big fruit. Okay, but the fruit is not so tasty. It's not sweet. Okay, it is of less sweet content. The fruit is very big, but it has very less sweet. It's not so sweet. Okay, my neighbor has a mango tree. The fruits are very small. The fruits are very small, but it is very tasty. It has high sweet content. High sweet content. Okay, so what we both planned, you know, myself, my neighbor and myself, we both plan to have a fruit which is of big size and more sweet. So what we do? See, I have a fruit which is of big in size and but less sweet content. My neighbor has a fruit which is smaller in size, but it is of high sweet content. So what we plan to have a fruit which is bigger in size and sweet also. So which is bigger in size and high sweet content. Okay, so we went and and spoke to an agriculturist. He said that you need to cross both the plant. He said you need to cross both the plant. Okay, so what is meant by crossing? He took the seed of one plant and see that is big fruit and less sweet, and the seed of another plant which is of small fruit and high sweet. He crossed both. Yes, he cut both the seed. He cut both the seed. Okay, and he joined both the pieces. See, one. He joined the first fruit piece with the second fruit. Okay, so first and second both were joined together. That is called crossing. Okay, they do it like this. Otherwise, they will take the genes alone. Genes are nothing but the structures which are responsible for the characters. All living things have genes. They control the characters. They take the genes alone. They mix both the genes and they produce a fruit, produce a seed. Okay, when they plant that seed, no, it has all the favorable characters. What we say? All the favorable characters. What is favorable characters? That is the characters which we need. High sweet content, big in size, free of germs. It will not attack by the pesticides. It doesn't need much water. It doesn't need much fertilizer. These are the favorable characters. That is, high yield will be there. High yield will be there. Good quality will be there. Need less water, less nutrients. These are the favorable characters. These are the favorable characters. Yes, yes, Caleb, they have many varieties. This is called hybridization. So, agriculturists follow this method to increase the production, to give good quality, to give disease-free crops, to give crops which requires less amount of water, less amount of nutrients, less amount of manure and fertilizer. That is called hybridization, the technique used to increase the production. You learn in elaborately when you come to the higher classes. Got it, children? This is called hybridization. Okay? Got it, children? Any doubts? Any doubts, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, the beginning of the class, we saw when we say agriculture, it includes both. When we say agriculture, it consists of both growing plants and rearing the animals. It includes both. Okay,
Yes,
so we have seen about growing plants. That is over. Okay, so growing plant is over. We have come across all the practices. Okay, how a farmer used to follow many practices in each and every step. How you used to plow the field, how you used to sow the grains, the methods, traditional method, modern techniques, we have seen all. Finally, we have seen about hybridization, which is used to increase the production also. Okay, now rearing animals. How farmers used to rear animals, that is sheep, goat, cows, buffaloes, okay, even poultry. That is bringing out a chicken, hen also, duck, hen also. Okay, so these all together comes under rearing animals. Okay, for what we grow these animals? For what we grow, what we bring, for why we need to have this sheep, goat, cows, buffaloes, and poultry. What is the reason behind it? Why we domesticate these animals? Yes, yes, Caleb. Okay, why we domesticate these animals? What is domestication? What is domestication? Taking care of those animals. Okay, feeding them. Okay, so why we do all these things? What is the reason behind it? To get for resources. Yes, Caleb, very good. To get the useful products. To get the useful products from them. Not for passion. Okay, to get useful products from them. As Caleb said, we get milk from cow and buffaloes. Okay, then I think I don't know who said it. Eggs from poultry. Eggs. I think Caleb only said it. Okay, to get the useful product. See, not only this, the main thing is to get the flesh. We say mutton, meat, okay, chicken, all those things to get the useful product. So we cannot, everybody are not depending upon only the plant food. Okay, they are not vegetarians. Everybody are not vegetarians. Okay, we can say more than half of the population is population of non-vegetarians only. Okay, they need supplementary food. Okay, they are non-vegetarians. They need mutton, meat, chicken, fish. Okay, all kinds of non-veg items, isn't it? So in order to add extra food items to meet the population need, okay, we rely on this products. Clear? We need moreover, see, milk is all a nutritious food, no? It has lot of protein content, isn't it? So we depend on these animals for useful products. Okay, like egg, milk, mutton, meat, chicken. Moreover, we also get the, what is the one more thing? The skin of these animals. The skin of these animals also are very useful, isn't it? They used to make very valuable, many valuable products. Okay, you know very well, belt, purses, handbags. Okay, they all, even I think jerkin like structures. Okay, they all are obtained from the skin of these animals. Okay, wool is got from sheep. Okay, they supply us many useful products. That's what they used to rear animals on large scale. Clear? Got it, children? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts you have regarding this?
No, ma'am.
So this domestication of these animals, no, is very very important. In the same way, it has like agriculture. It also is not. It is also not very easy. Okay, so they have to feed it properly. They have to take care it. They have to make them disease free. Okay, they have to give them good supply of water. So many process has to be followed by them. Okay, then only they can get the useful products. Clear? They have to safeguard it from the other animals. Okay, so they will when they have to bring it in a large scale, no, they used to have a very good protective mechanism for that. Clear? They used to regularly go for doctor checkup. Clear? They have to follow many various kinds of that is practices. Clear, children? Got it, children? Any doubts regarding this? So we have one more topic. It is little more big topic. That is nitrogen cycle. We cannot start it now. Okay, nitrogen cycle. This is nothing but how plants obtain nitrogen to produce proteins. Okay, I think I have given introduction about it in leguminous plants. You can see the root nodal bacteria, which helps in fixing this free nitrogen from the atmosphere into the soil. We can see in elaborate in the next class. Yes, children, any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Can clear your doubts now?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ma'am, doubt, ma'am.
Regarding
No, ma'am.
domestication of animals, agricultural practices, hybridization. Any doubts, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay, no doubts. Okay, thank you, children.